Hey guys, I am still Colleen. I'm still a person. And I thought for this week's video, we could talk about the book that I've been writing for forever. There's this, I guess you can call it a series now, because I'm currently writing the second book, which I know for a manuscript that I hope to one day submit and have published. It's not ideal to write a series because obviously if it sucks, then you have like several books of of suckage. And but yeah, I really fell in love with these characters, and I've been with them for a while now. I started writing this book, the first book I started writing in March 27, if I am correctly reading these notes. In March 27 of 2021, which, I was so different back then. To be honest with you, I am much more in love with my current writing style for book 2 than I was for book 1. This book, the second, the sequel, is dual POV, while the first one is a single POV, just the MCs. And I don't know, I just really want to talk about it. To be clear, this is not a published anything. This is just me writing for myself. If I am brave enough, ever become brave enough to submit it one day, then okay. But writing a book itself, just the writing process, is so rewarding to me, and it's like breathing to me, to be honest, because I've wanted to write fiction since I was like 13, which I did on like platforms like Wattpad. I've started writing like fan fiction and stuff for, as I said before, One Direction. I even did one on the old YouTube crew. It was so unhinged, and it wasn't, good, of course, but as with anything, the first time you do it is not the most excellent. And yeah, I do recognize that if you write something and never show it to anybody, your perspective on it kind of becomes limited. I would love to have more eyes on this before I submit it anywhere. But yeah, I just really love these characters, and I know this is gonna sound super weird just super weird of me, but they're almost like family to me. I distinctly remember when I first thought about writing something, I had just finished a like not very good one where the characters had superpowers, and I like was really burnt out from that one that I did. That was just for me again, just casually writing like 4,000 words a chapter for myself, because that's the kind of pain that I like, apparently. But yeah, I finished that one, and I was like really bummed out because even to me, to my eyes, the execution was not that great. And I thought to myself that I would just like to write something not like a super novel concept, like a tropey book, but a really enjoyable read. My writing style and my voice is uniquely mine, and even if I do a tropey one, it's still, no one's gonna have my voice, right? That was the thought process that I was having when I started writing. So I hashed out this concept about a royal family of a fictional country. This is giving Lifetime, I know, but just a blurb. This royal family, they're a big family. These are a lot of characters. I know them like the back of my hand because I've been with them for so long. Even though there's a lot of them, it can be overwhelming if you're hearing about it for the first time. But yeah, on this corner, let's go with the blue corner, is the royal family of this fictional country called Baldemera, that I don't remember how I came up with that name. Royal family of Baldemera. There's the firstborn, Sebastian, Bash, the spare heir, Zakar, and Zach, and the third son is Vitya, and the fourth son is Sanya, and they also have two daughters. The fifth child is Helena, and the youngest is Eve. So they're kind of like their own mess, but a lovable mess. On the red corner is the family of a duke of Baldemera, and they also have a big family, which is crazy. I don't know why I thought to do so many of these characters, but I love them so much that at this point in the story, I don't really see myself slimming down the family tree, because I like that sort of family history aspect of it. The red corners are the McNamaras, and I am open to changing that because it doesn't really sound Baldemaran. I drew from like Greek, French names for these characters. McNamara is very American, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so I might be open to workshopping their surname. The firstborn is Demetrius, and the secondborn is Anastasius, and the thirdborn is Morpheus, and the last son, he's not the last, I mean, there's a girl in between Maury and Nico. Nico's the last son, and she is the MC, and her name is Cree. I'm open to changing her name because I don't really think it suits her, and I'm more attached to her and her personality and all that stuff, so I don't really think I would have too many complaints about changing her name. I don't know. I might think about it. But yeah, they also have their own language, which I had more fun than I would care to admit. Making up words, I drew from Greek influences, and of course it's their own language, but I, of course, didn't create a whole ass language. Just the common phrases and stuff. That was super fun. The premise is Nico, their youngest, from the red corner, the McNamaras, he expresses intention to marry Nellie, Helena, of the royal family. And he's like super young. He's 17 at the start of the story. So of course Big Sister is super concerned and wants to stop all this. The thing is, she's in the US while the rest of her family is in Baldemera, and there's a reason for that, which I will not get into, but yeah, the family has reasons for sort of safeguarding their little lady, but she's super concerned about Nico making the biggest mistake of his life, basically, and she goes to Baldemera to stop this madness and put a stop to the wedding, maybe like crash things, but she gets swept up in all the political and other stuff in Balsamara. It's a highly tense environment. Of course, there's a royal family, they're head of the government, and there's a lot of push from tradition and all that. And for some reason, they see her as an eligible candidate for the crown prince, which is not Zach, it's Bash. And yeah, things go from there, basically. I have been working on this for years. It's like my comfort. I started and stopped a lot of other ooky spooky ones before. So this time when I started writing this manuscript, I wanted to be super thorough. So even before I started writing, I made like a table of what's going to happen, what has to be established by which chapter from start to finish. So I had sort of an idea of what was going to happen and what are the main conflicts. I also like looking back and seeing how much my writing style has improved, because I'm currently writing the second book and also like self-editing the first manuscript, and it's a lot. I don't really know why I'm talking about this. I guess wanted other people to know about them as well. And even if it's like in a vague contextual and paraphrased sort of way, I just wanted to tell someone about it. And yeah, the second book is a lot more tense, and there are more political shenanigans going on in the second book, and I had a lot of fun and challenge creating a proper villain for this story, because in book one there's the main conflict is sort of the circumstances that they're in, and you can say that it's like peerage pressure or whatever, but there's no face to the villain of the story. The second book is highly political in my opinion, and this time there's a villainous people. It doesn't have a title yet, is what I wanted to say. I've just been calling it MR, and then book one and book two, because the general idea of it is like a modern royalty concept. So MR, B1 and B2. That's super generic. I don't know what the title is, but it's there, and it exists. So if I die before publishing this, at least somebody knows about it. Someone is now sharing this secret project with me, and whether or not it sees the light of day, I just wanted to tell someone about these characters and how much love I have for them. I told you about the ML and MC's family members, but maybe I'll tell you more about the story next time. It was just a little pre-writing chat for you guys, a pre-writing rant. I'm going to write now, which, as I said before, is something that I tend to do in silence. So if you are like interested in starting a secret project or writing a secret project, something similar to this, like a writing project, just keep going. Is what I want to say to you. I've not achieved anything great with this project, but yeah, it's not often that I see messages from the starting line. So I thought we could all use something like this, something from the starting line, not like I'm a success now. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm gonna write now. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you guys next time.